Hello, welcome to my craft room. My name is Deanna Gonzalez and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I'm going to demonstrate some fun things to do with their products. But in addition, I'm just a very avid crafter, as well as I love to throw parties and give people fun presents and a good time, just relaxing, having a place where they can just talk, We all need just that little bit of a break in our life, where we just relax and have people that care about us listen to what's going on with us and just be there for us when we need them. So this is the series where I am doing all these fun party things. It's a party theme series, and I'm using the Kind and Cozy stamp set, as well as Rich Razzleberry and Blushing Bride as the color themes, but I did want to show you examples of other things I had done with that. This is the romantic, beautiful one. So in the invite pouch I have a swirly bob embossing folder I used, just so beautiful. Unfortunately Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell it anymore, but there are other embossing folders you can find with swirlies if you don't already own it. Then with the 2 butterfly punches, I then put little pearls in there, popped it up here, so it just gives that a little added touch. This is the tea set one that I'm going to be doing, the tea party one. And then I've got the little windmill one for more like a boy's birthday party, honestly, but it can go either way. But anyway, so I wanted to show you how I did this little pouch invite, and you can always, it's versatile, you can do so many things with it. Emboss the outer part, leave it alone, decorate it, stamp it, don't stamp it, It's just one of those things I think looks really pretty, so many ways. So we're going to take our 6 by 11 paper here of Rich Razzleberry, and we're going to just score it at 7/8, sorry, and just go 1 in if you need to, like 1 in from the 1 inch, and you'll get it. And then 5 1/8. And then we're going to flip it over to the other side, well, not flip, more like spin turn, and just do a good little 5 1/2 right here. So now we're going to take our little thingy here, and we are going to actually be trimming off some of these little pieces, because as the invitation folds, we want to have a really beautiful little look to it. So we're just going to come in here, and I'm going to make sure that I cut inside the embossed part, just to make sure I don't have a funny little edge there. So just going to come in. It doesn't matter which side you use, since they're going to be even. Just make sure you cut on both sides. So we're going to come in here and cut that out. You can always use this strip for something else. I always save all my little scraps, because it really makes a difference when you just need a little pieces. Not to have to tear up a nice big piece. It's nice not to do that. So here we go. Just cutting that. I love that about these trimmers. It's so much easier to get little snippies out. I have a very big, amazing cutter that's fantastic for lots of big cuts, but this is good for those little inside nicky necks. So I'm just going to go and trim these little corners, because they're going to get in the way a little bit. So it's always nice to have a little bit of a little extra cut here. There we go. Now, if you wanted to, you could just leave this be, have it just be, cute little. You could just fold this just like this, get it folded, put it up, and now you've got a little pouch. If you wanted to have a big, have it fit. You can cut many ways. I like to cut it this way so that the flaps fold in. That way it just kind of has a better finish, really, honestly, I've found. So I've done it both ways, though. You can do it any way you want to. When cutting out the edge here, now I used the adorning accents. I went on and put it this way. And of course you could do it out if you want to, have a little scallop going this way. It'd be so beautiful as well. But if you fold it in to get the absolute perfect cut on both sides so you don't have to trim any, you will get a funny little indent here from the paper on this side will be increased on here from the Sizzix machine. But if you lay it completely flat, you don't have that problem and you can leave it plain. Now, when I first did this, I wasn't thinking about how you do that, and I laid it this way, and it did have the increase, and that is why I used the embossing folder. But I think I might have wanted to emboss it anyway. So we're going to come in and use our Sizzix machine. And this is one of those machines that is well worth the investment, I feel like. I love the way that the framelets cut. I mean, you can do just so much with your cards. And now with this magnetic platform, it's so much easier to get, you know, to get your pieces just where you want them to be and have them stay. So we're just going to go for that. I think that'll be a cute little indent. We'll just roll this through. The other nice thing about the magnetic platform is that it's going to be, you know, the perfect height for all of these things. You know, you don't have to change the tabs, which I will be doing in a second with this other platform. But, you know, the magnetic one, whenever you have a framelit, it will always fit. But with this one, the framelit would be on the level 2. So we're going to go to level 1 and put this down, and we're going to be embossing our beautiful little envelope pouchy invitey guy thing. And I'm just going to go in, and I am going to see about where I think, I'm just going to fold this so that I get it right where I want it to be. And I'm going to make it so that these push out and this indents. So I think that's about right. I like how that's looking, so let's do that. I love making my own embossed papers and just embossing where I want to. Now I think that looks beautiful. So now we have this elegant, obviously I need to trim this, but this elegant little pouchy thingy guy thing. So that's cute, and we have that. Move all of this out of the way now. So we're just going to go in and trim the little guys here. And it looks like this got a little smashed on the edge, so I'll just cut that off so it's nice and smooth. I just don't want the flaps to be showing up, so that looks about right. I think this needs to be trimmed a little bit more. That should be good. Yeah. So now you can see how you can make your fancy own little pouchy invite pulley guy things, huh? Pretty easy. So we'll just put this out of the way, get some Tombow glue out. We're just going to want to make sure that we get the edges here really well, as the edges are what, you know, can easily get undone and not look so great. So just get some more Tombow there. Put that away. We're going to come in and stickify ourselves. Whoops, I am a sticky woman. I'll just rub it around. Hopefully it won't get on my project. Me and my stickies, we're just not friends. Wow. Alright, let's get Glooby on rubby guy thing. See, these little tiny things, ooh, I got it all over my mat. These little tiny things that you don't think are that important sometimes can make a world of a difference. Helping get off all the stickies. Wow, I am really stickied. Glue be gone! Yeah! Alright, so definitely have to be careful of this little sticky area. I'll put down one of my nice little ugly pieces of paper. There we go. So now we have that. And to further decorate our wrap, I'm going to take, let me see, how long is this? This is about 14 and a fourth inches long, and you could do whatever you think is best. It doesn't really matter, it's all to your taste. And I just tie my really sorry little bow out of my rich razzleberry ribbons. And let's make sure no, you know, that's just not going to work. So let's get a little bit more on this side, I think. So as I was making this, I had many different ideas of what to wrap around this invite, and it was really hard to just go ahead and decide on one thing. So I had stamped a border image here on a Blushing Bride piece of paper and wrapped it around, and that looked really cute, as well as some, we're just going to snip this. Even though it's not going to be a perfect burned edge, it's at least going to look nicer. So, but yeah, I did choose a lot of different cute things that I thought would look adorable, but this is what I ended up go ahead and deciding on. So now you're going to take in your little pieces of paper, and I did misunderstand the sizing, so let me see really quick. I thought this was just a regular, I just cut the paper regular, but because this here is going to end up being the size of regular, you know, it needs to be a little bit smaller. So here I did about 4 1/8 by, oops, that shouldn't be 6. Oh, because I did it up here, whoops. Haha, I knew it! So a little bit less than maybe 5 1/2, just slide it a little bit lower. And then this one is going to be 3 3 3/4 by 5 1/8 basically. And then I just went in and I decided to do the corner punch, just to give it a little bit of snazzy pizzazz, just having a little bit of, you know, added something here. So here we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and punch these corners out as well. This isn't my favorite corner punch. There is one that I got from Close to My Heart that is my favorite corner punch. This one, it's, as you can see, I didn't line this one up very well. Sometimes it seems a little harder for me to line up, but it's also quite an acute little corner, like it's very sharp instead of a wider, rounder one. But I do like it for something different, and I did want to show you something you can easily get through Stampin' Up. My husband happens to be a Close to My Heart consultant, so I can get my stuff through him really easy. So that is one really, really nice thing. So here I go, and if you have anything that you want to get that's close to my heart, you can also get that through my husband's website. I'm going to have to put a link on my site for that. But yeah, I love their products as well. So just going to get that in here. That's looking really nice. And as per usual, we want to make sure we have our little scrappy pieces. So I'm going to come in with the 1 3/8 punch and get a second one. So I've got a nice little circle here. Then we're going to take the Kind and Cozy teacup like we've been using, and the Rich Razzleberry ink. I'm going to come in here, just do a cute little teacup. Yeah, well, I think I want a little bit better of an inkaging job. Let me make sure it's got good solid. I'm definitely inkaged. There we go, that's a prettier teacup. So we'll go for that instead, and get ourselves and our stamps all cleaned up so we're not a big ruckus mess, sort of. Yee. I love being able to do all this down here instead of having to run upstairs and get myself cleaned up as well as my stamps as I used to have to do. So I'm going to go in with my Stampin' Right Blushing Bride ink marker guy thing and color this in just to add all the beautiful connections to the colors together. Take my 1 1/4 circle punch, get it right about where I like it there. And then we're going to sparkly bob this one just like we did with the box, the beautiful elegant gift box. We're just going to come in with the little stabber so we make sure we pick up on the little sticky glue dot that's behind this, because otherwise it easily can just pop off of that little guy, and can be hard to take off too. And then your little sparkle is no longer sticky. Yes, and so it travels. So here we go. We've got that, and looks like I did not get out my dimensionals. Here we go. Well, actually, I think we have to glue this first. So what I do is I just take a little bit of Tombow glue, and I'm just going to be gluing half of the circle here, or around half, not the whole thing, because I don't want to have glue on the back yet. So I have to get it about middled, and that looks pretty good. And so now I'm going to go in, and this one I'm going to have the glue all around the whole thing. So that I'm going to then attach on the back here. That gives it a little more to pull on when you're pulling up the invite, as well as just it just looks nicer having both on both sides. So I'm gonna go in and take the dimensionals here, put a couple on here. Woo! I think it took a friend's little unstickify yourself stuff. Who's unstickified, I wonder? I'll just check that out later. But anyway, so here we go. Here's the little cup with the pretty sparkly bops. So now we have our little invitation that can go swishing right on in there. And how cute is that, right? And I obviously did different dimensions here where this this is shorter, I think, than this original one. But, you know, go for whatever your preference is. In addition, I did happen to take the Make-A-Wish stamp set, and I took the You're Invited as well as the RSVP date and time, and I made that so that you can, if you wish, you can just take this instead and have it be real cute, a little cute You're Invited, and measure that to line up where you want to. You could also just go on the computer and print up a really cute invitational-y guy thing, and that could be really awesome as well. So I hope you like this idea for invitations. I'm a big fan of just making a big, beautiful impression when you're inviting someone, you know, to come spend time with you. We really need some of that old school beauty and not the bad stuff that came with the time before, but I love some of the beautiful things, you know, the extra touch in the invite, the extra I care about you, come spend time with me. So I hope you enjoy this idea. I hope you throw a party and come back and craft with me. If you need any of these stamp sets, inks, what have you, you can always purchase things through my site. My direct site is, I think, deannagonzalez.stampinup.net.com, or not .com, whatever. There's a specific thing, but it's so much easier if you just go to deannascraftroom.com and click on the little shop now link, and it'll drive you right to my site. You can start shopping, having some fun. But anyway, thank you again. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a whole lot of fun crafting. It's all about crafting. So have a great night. Bye.